Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Calibria Crystal Guardians. I'll start this one off with just a couple of quick summons. Did some dailies, went and did some more puzzle and stuff, and nothing. But for today's episode, I'm just going to go and give a couple quick tips for Spire. And it's going to be dependent entirely upon what units you have, what quality runes you have. But I'm going to go over it because it is important, very, very important content to this game. I'm not very high up. It's only 139. I haven't really pushed for it, and I really, really need to, and I'm probably going to start here soon. But as you can see from the rewards, every, 20 floors, I think? If I remember right, every 20 floors, you get what's called a boss floor, which gets you a skill cap. So every 20 floors, you're going to get a skill cap, which is insane. There's 500 floors of that. That's a hell of a lot of skill caps. And as you get higher and higher, you get more and more crystals, better. And see, just there. This one's 35. That one's 40 crystals. And you get more and more legendary pieces, more and more Calionite, and a ton of EXP cats. And an occasional, rune and stuff like that, and Ascension cat. But the biggest thing is you get a bunch of crystals, a ton of skill cats, because that's one of the best things in the game is a skill cat. Though just those alone make Spire worth it like crazy. Now on the other hand, this is the thing that makes Spire the most essential thing. Max stamina, which is your max energy in the game. And every few floors of it, you get more of it, which makes it insanely necessary to do this. See, more max stamina. So it's very, very strongly advised by me and everybody else to do Spire. The thing I don't like about Spire is you have to repick your team every time. And you can't touch what's in your storage. So that is an annoying thing. But I'll just pull out a couple real quick. I use Monkey a lot. You don't need him. I'll just give a couple quick tips here in just a second. Let me pull out Shaman. Her. Boom, boom. Lich is already out. This is a team I actually use quite a bit in Spire. Just, she crowd controls. He does his curse. He just helps control the passives. She defense breaks, and he just nukes. Pretty straightforward. Not much complication there. As long as it's the right floor where you can use all types of units. Yep, there we go. And then put that so the curses land and everything. And that's pretty much it. Each floor you have to look at what they have. Like, see here you go. Passive. When she dies, it gets, they have nasty passives off and on depending upon the units. Oh, there you go, another passive. Which is why I use Monkey. But you could easily swap him out specifically for this kind of stuff with Vampire. And if anything, Vampire in some instances is actually even better. Just due to the fact that he blocks the passive and he blocks the active skills. So there you go. Defense break. Everybody's stunned. And Lich kills. And there you go. Passive blocked. And ow. Ow. There we go. And there you go. I mean, you could definitely make a better team that doesn't incorporate, Succubus Lich. You could do the more, long, slow process. And there you go. It's straightforward. It's easy. You can use any kind of crowd control. Gloomy. Abyss Lord is really strong here. I'll actually just go in real quick and archives and just show, just a few units that I think would be really, really powerful here. Shield Guardian is actually really powerful, especially in, get away, click on the skill tree, there we go. He heals the team with a block, or he does a bunch of damage. He also has reflect damage. He has reduced the attack of them whenever he's attacked, and taunts. He does all sorts of stuff. The biggest thing is his skill 2, though. Either he heals every time he's attacked, or he reflects a bunch of the damage whenever he's attacked. Either way, it's a really powerful unit for pretty much anything, especially if he can taunt. If he taunts the boss over and over and forces the boss to attack him, you're going to be solid. I mean, that's just the way it is. You're not going to be running into a whole lot of issues. Una is pretty good because she's got attack buff and everything, heal break for certain floors. Because I've seen people complain about Dragoon on certain floors and making it really hard to kill him as a boss. And Una would be a good solid choice because she can HP break him. Druid is okay because he has a defense break and the multi-turn heal, so he could work. Not very good. Mountain King is surprisingly actually one of those hidden gems for Spire, due to the fact that he can reduce all energy, slow them, stun enemies, which is always a good thing. He has increased chance to stun every attack. I mean, that's not bad at all. He can give himself immunity and all that stuff, which is more PvP based and everything. That's massive damage. Yet again, more PvP based. But you can run him like this with a stun, increase active damage, but mainly the stun part. Skill 2, stun. And if he stuns, give him an extra turn. Skill 1, heals himself if he crits. I mean, that's not bad. And with that, every time he hits, that's another chance to stun. So he could stun, heal, stun, take an extra turn, stun, heal. He could just keep recycling, stunning and healing and just continuously stunning. So he can be a very good unit for that. She is an amazing unit for it, because if you have anything like Lumi or anybody else that can stun, with her disperse or diffuse skill, it spreads that stun to everybody. And if you have any burn or bleed or anything like that, it also spreads that out, making her very, very good. He's just all around a good unit. He's got a lot of damage. He does, go away. He does crowd control. He's got chance to freeze, just massive damage. He's got all sorts of good stuff. Dragoon is decent, and if anything, he's actually really good for this skill. Attack all, stun, taunt, that kind of stuff. So he's pretty good for that. So you could use him for that, and if he gets attacked when he's taunting, he has a chance to heal other teammates, so that's actually really good. She's another really good one, reducing energy and giving everybody haste on your team. Both of which is really, really, really good. You can do this. Not so great for Spire because you're trying to control them, not be controlled. This one is decent, but I wouldn't recommend this one as much as the other one, just because, you don't really care that much about getting hit because you're trying not to be hit. You're trying to reduce them and everything. Again, she's okay, but not what I would consider best. She's good as a healer, but that's about it. And I'm only going over the Nat 4s. Not so good. He's decent because he can prevent the death of an ally. He prevents death and then heals them. And has an AoE stun. So he could be used here. It's not a really high chance to stun, but it is a chance to stun. So you could use him as a stunner paired with like Arcanist or whatever to, if he stuns one, she diffuses it and There you go. Now everybody's stunned. Yet again, vampire, really, really solid for sanguine blood. Or, no, sanguine curse. Uh, disabling the passive and the active skill for, 2 and 1 turns. Great. Lumi, again, good. Has an AoE freeze. Really good skill. It's not amazing because it's really not 100% chance to freeze. But, it's okay. And I always recommend this one. So every time she freezes, she boosts her own energy, so she can try to freeze another unit and another unit if you get her fast enough, and she does good. If she does well, not good, not good. She's actually really good. Oh, come on, I keep pushing that damn thing. Move that up there. She's actually really good. Skill 1 reduces energy and can slow them. Either one of these skill 2s reduces energy, chance to slow them, or this one's stun actually. So that one's actually just as good. This one just slows the whole, or reduces the energy of the whole team. This one's actually probably better. This one takes one enemy, completely stuns them, reduces their whole energy, and slows them for 3 turns. That's a solid skill. It's got a really wicked long cooldown. If you invest into it, skill cats, it's actually pretty good cooldown. I mean, not great, but 5 turns is passable. But she's good. No, I wouldn't recommend her. I mean, you could, because she burns enemy, regen lock, stuff like that. It's just, I wouldn't say she's great for it, but you could use her for like burn and heal block, specifically the heal block part. You could use her as a heal block for like Dragoon and stuff like that. She's just the queen of PvE content. I mean, enough said. It's Medusa. She petrifies, she poisons. This is probably the best PvE skill in the entire game right here. By a large margin. It's insane. Fallen Angel? Not really. Shaman, like I said earlier, he drops a curse to do extra damage. He also has a skill 2 that reduces the energy and defense breaks. Solid skill. Skill 1 reduces attack. It's okay. Popo does a bunch of bleed, does AoE bleed, does AoE defense break, stuff like that, with the bamboo grove and everything. So he's pretty solid. I mean, I wouldn't say he's the best. I would do like Jade Zen and bamboo grove form. This just because you don't want him to get killed instantly. In high spire floors, they do a lot of damage, even if he's tanky. So that is a possible thing. Jade Zen and then just keep bleeding them. So that could work out really well. No. She's just a nuker. She is not it. This one's possible to prevent the healing and stuff like that and more burn. So this could do good for more burning and more damage to burn targets. So he's actually pretty good. Or she, or whatever, it's a bird. For dark, you could use Demonic Swordsman. An amazing unit for boosting up your energy, stunning, defense breaking. He's a solid all-around unit. Thorn Spirit, not really. She's more of a team support type of thing for getting attacked, not attacking. Ogre, amazing unit. He has the multicast, and then he has stuff like this, which reduces the energy of the whole team. And with multicast, he can hit over and over and over and over, which means he could potentially reduce the whole team's energy and burn them, which is a solid skill. You could use stuff like this one right here. I mean, it's not amazing. I still prefer the Burning Path, but he's pretty damn solid. If RNG is on your side, using him, it's absolutely broken. Pharaoh, not the best choice, but you could use him because of this skill right here, does damage and then has a chance to reduce all the energy of the entire team. It's a possible use, but it's got a long cooldown, so I wouldn't advise using them. Wisp, not really. I mean, she's got some decent skills, but not so good for this. Flame Spirit, she's fine. I mean, she's actually pretty good for this because she has this skill for burn targets. She can just do a massive amount of damage, more burn, more reduce energy. I mean, she's got a great kit for this, and there's regen lock. So I mean, she's got good skill kit for this. So I would actually say Flame Spirit's actually a pretty solid one. Lich, I use him, but only as a big AoE damage dealer. He's really not necessary or very great for it. If you have a team that you can nuke with for the lower floors, sure. Use him with like Succubus or something like that to just AoE nuke damage. And that should work. Idle, nope. I mean, the Deathly Curse could be decent for like bosses and stuff. So that's a possibility, but I wouldn't recommend him. He is not necessarily the best, but he could be good for specific floors where you're having issues with a boss. You can live through his attacks, he can live through your attacks, drop the curse on him, and just deal with him like that, bruiser it down. So that could work. Succubus, she's actually really good because she has this skill right here, AoE sleep, skill 1, sleep, and then she could use passive right here, where every time she sleeps something, she boosts her own energy, which is really useful. She also has this, which is attack buff, defense break. Everybody knows the Charm Wing skill. So she's actually pretty damn good, especially if you combine Charmed Whip, Fatal Whip, and Peaceful Sleep. She'll put the whole enemy team to sleep in an instant and just keep doing it. And she keeps boosting up her own energy, and it can be really good. Spider Queen, not really. I mean, she's got this skill, but not that great. Abyss Lord, he is great, especially if you put him on Desperation, because his skill 1 is an AoE burn. I always like to use this one, but yeah, that one's a self-heal, not really that great. Another AoE burn, and it increases the time the burn is active. Really solid skill. I use this one. That 15% chance to absorb all damage. People don't realize it. That means whenever he's attacked, he has that 15% chance, 25% if it's fully skilled up, a 25% chance to completely nullify any damage done to him. So he has a 1 in 4 chance. Whatever damage dealt to him is going to be 0. Completely. That is amazing. And then the second part is actually the part most people think about. Dispelling 1 buff every time he attacks. And remember, his skills are all AoE. So every time he attacks, he can strip a buff from every single enemy. So that's a solid set of skills. Not really cared about. He can do this one, counterattack every time he's being attacked. It's good because you're going to be putting more burns down, but I definitely advise this one though. But he's a great unit. Great unit for Spire and most PvE content. Ironheart, not great, not terrible, just because he can give everybody Soul Guard and he can taunt. This skill right here. Taunt a target, taunt a boss, stuff like that. Makes him useful just in the fact that he can taunt them, tank the damage, and just keep the team going. And he can also reduce the damage the team takes with thick and thin skin. So he can do stuff like that, but he's not the greatest. Bone King, not good at all. I mean, unless you're trying to do a really fast speed run, Bone King is useless. Just flat out, he is not a Spire type of unit. But that's about it, guys. I'm going to let you go, and please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.